You can lock every door and window in your house, but if there is a hole the size of a coin, an octopus is already inside. A 5-pound creature with 8 arms can squeeze its entire body through a gap no wider than a soda bottle cap. Most of the time, we think of aliens as little green men coming from the stars in shiny metal ships. But the truth is that the most alien thing on this planet has been living in our oceans for millions of years. Imagine an animal that has 3 hearts, blue blood, and can literally change the shape of its skin to look like a rock. It does not have any bones, it can think with its arms, and it can solve puzzles that would frustrate a human toddler. In this video, we are looking at 5 facts about the octopus that prove they are the closest thing to extraterrestrials we have. We are going to explore how they survive the freezing cold, why they are masters of disguise, and how they escape the impossible. By the end of this, you will never look at the ocean the same way again. Let us start with something that sounds like it came straight out of a royal fairy tale. In our world, we usually think of blood as being bright red because of the iron in our systems. But if you were to see an octopus get a scratch, you would see something completely different flowing out. Octopuses have blue blood, and this is not just for show or to look fancy. It is a very specific evolutionary trick that allows them to live where most other animals would simply freeze to death. Our red blood uses iron to carry oxygen, which works great for us on land. But in the deep, dark, and freezing parts of the ocean, iron is not very efficient. The octopus uses a different mineral called copper to get the job done. This copper-based protein is called hemocyanin, and it turns their blood a deep, dark blue. This blue blood is much better at transporting oxygen when the water temperature is near freezing. It allows the octopus to stay active in environments that would make a human body shut down in seconds. But having this special blood creates a bit of a mechanical problem for the octopus. Because hemocyanin is quite thick, it takes a lot of pressure to move it through the body. One heart just is not enough to handle the workload of an octopus lifestyle. So, nature decided to give them 3 separate hearts to make sure everything keeps moving. 2 of these hearts are called branchial hearts, and they have one very specific job. They sit right next to the gills and pump blood through them to pick up oxygen from the water. Once the blood is filled with oxygen, it travels to the 3rd heart, which is the systemic heart. This main heart is responsible for pumping that oxygen-rich blue blood to the rest of the body. However, there is a very strange catch to how this system works. When an octopus decides to swim, that main systemic heart actually stops beating. It is like the engine of a car turning off the moment you hit 60 miles per hour. Because the heart stops, swimming is actually very tiring for an octopus. This is why you usually see them crawling along the ocean floor using their arms rather than jetting through the water. They are essentially trying to save their own lives by not overworking their circulatory system. Imagine having to hold your breath every time you went for a jog. That is basically what an octopus deals with every single time it tries to swim away from a predator. It is a wild trade-off for having such a high-tech cooling system in their veins. But their weird bodies are only the beginning of the story. If you think 3 hearts are strange, wait until you hear about how their brains work. When we think of a brain, we think of a single organ sitting inside a skull. But for an octopus, intelligence is not just located in their head. They have a central brain, sure, but they also have a mini brain in every single one of their 8 arms. About 2/3 of an octopus's neurons are actually located in its tentacles. This means that each arm can literally think, feel, and act on its own without waiting for a command. If an octopus is busy looking for food with its eyes, one of its arms can be off exploring a hole. The arm does not need to ask the head for permission to grab a crab or check out a shiny object. It can taste, touch, and make decisions entirely by itself. Scientists have even found that if an arm is severed from the body, it will still try to catch food. It will continue to react to things in its environment for quite a while after being detached. This decentralized nervous system makes them some of the smartest creatures on the planet. In lab tests, octopuses have shown that they can navigate through complex mazes better than some mammals. They can remember the faces of human researchers and will treat some people differently than others. There are stories of octopuses in aquariums who like certain keepers and will spray water at the ones they dislike. In one famous case at a German aquarium, An octopus named Otto got tired of a bright light. He figured out that if he climbed to the edge of the tank and squirted water at the bulb, it would short out. The aquarium staff kept coming in to find the power out and were confused for days. They finally caught him in the act of sabotaging the electrical system. This level of problem solving is almost unheard of in the world of invertebrates. They have also been seen using tools in the wild, which was once thought to be a human-only trait. In Indonesia, researchers watched octopuses collecting discarded coconut shells. The octopuses would clean the shells out and carry them across the ocean floor. When they felt threatened, they would hide inside the two halves of the shell and pull them shut. It is basically a mobile home that doubles as a shield. They will also use old glass bottles or even discarded human trash to build little forts. This shows that they can plan for the future and understand how to use objects to solve problems. But even with all that brain power, life in the ocean is dangerous. They are basically a big, soft bag of protein that every shark and seal wants to eat. Because they do not have a shell like a clam or spikes like a pufferfish, they need another way to stay safe. This brings us to their third incredible ability, which is their mastery of camouflage. An octopus can change its color, its pattern, and even its texture in less than a second. They have thousands of tiny color-changing cells under their skin called chromatophores. Each of these cells is like a tiny balloon filled with different colored pigment. By using their muscles to stretch or shrink these balloons, they can create any color they want. They can turn bright white, deep red, or a mottled brown to match the sand. But they do not just change color, they change the actual shape of their skin. If an octopus is sitting on a bumpy rock, it will grow tiny bumps on its skin to match. It can make its skin look like seaweed or coral, becoming completely invisible in plain sight. There is one specific species called the mimic octopus that takes this to a whole different level. Instead of just blending in, it actively tries to look like other dangerous animals. If it sees a predator, it might tuck 6 of its arms away and trail 2 behind it. Suddenly, it looks exactly like a venomous sea snake. Or it might spread its arms out and change its color to look like a spiky lionfish. It knows which animals other predators are afraid of and uses that to its advantage. What makes this even crazier is that octopuses are believed to be colorblind. Science is still trying to figure out how a colorblind animal can match its surroundings so perfectly. They might be using their skin to see, light, or sensing the colors through their eyes in a way we don't understand. It is a biological mystery that continues to baffle the smartest researchers in the world. Now, you might be wondering what happens if an octopus actually gets caught despite its camouflage. If a predator manages to grab them, they have a very dramatic way of escaping. This is fact number 4. The octopus is the ultimate escape artist of the animal kingdom. Because they have no bones, their body is almost entirely muscle and water. The only hard part of an octopus is its beak, which looks a lot like a parrot's beak. This beak is located at the center of where all the arms meet. As long as that beak can fit through a hole, the rest of the body can follow. Imagine trying to squeeze your entire body through a hole the size of your nose. That is essentially what an octopus does on a daily basis. There are videos of huge octopuses squeezing through tiny drainage pipes on boats. They can slide through keyholes or the small gaps under a door. In aquariums, this makes them a nightmare to keep inside their tanks. They are known for climbing out of their tanks at night to explore the room. There is a legendary story about an octopus named Inky who lived in a New Zealand aquarium. One night, Inky managed to slip through a tiny gap at the top of his enclosure. He then crawled across the floor and found a 6-inch wide drain pipe. That pipe led directly back to the ocean, and Inky took the opportunity. He squeezed through the pipe and traveled 50 meters through the plumbing to freedom. The staff came in the next morning to find an empty tank and a trail of water leading to the drain. Octopuses will also hide in the smallest places imaginable to stay safe from predators. They have been found living inside discarded beer bottles or tiny cracks in the reef. If a predator tries to pull them out, they can use their suckers to lock themselves in. An octopus has hundreds of suckers, and each one can be controlled individually. They are so strong that a large octopus can exert hundreds of pounds of force. Good luck trying to pull a wet, boneless muscle out of a hole when it does not want to go. But what if the predator is really fast and manages to bite down on an arm? Most animals would be in big trouble and might bleed out or lose their ability to move. But for an octopus, losing an arm is not the end of the world. This leads us to our final fact: their incredible power of regeneration. An octopus can intentionally drop one of its arms if it is being attacked. This is called autotomy, and it is a last resort survival tactic. The arm will often keep wiggling on its own to distract the predator. While the shark or fish is busy eating the arm, the octopus can make its getaway. Over the next few months, the octopus will simply grow a brand new arm. This is not just a stump or a scarred-over piece of meat. It is a perfect, fully functioning arm with its own mini brain and all its suckers. The new arm is just as strong and smart as the one that was lost. They can do this over and over again throughout their lives without any issues. Scientists are very interested in how they do this without leaving any scars. In humans, when we get a deep cut, our bodies rush to close it with scar tissue. But the octopus has a special biological reset button that tells cells to rebuild perfectly. If we could figure out the secret to octopus regeneration, it could change medicine forever. Imagine being able to regrow a lost limb or repair a damaged organ perfectly. It sounds like science fiction, but the octopus is doing it every day in the ocean. Everything about these creatures feels like it was designed for a different planet. From their 3 hearts to their independent arms, they are built differently than us. They have been around for about 300 million years, which is longer than the dinosaurs. They have had a lot of time to perfect these weird and wonderful abilities. They remind us that the Earth still holds many secrets that we haven't fully grasped. We spend so much time looking at the stars for intelligent life, but maybe we should be looking deeper into the blue water right here at home. The octopus is a genius, an artist, and a survivor all rolled into one. They are masters of their environment in a way that few other animals can match. So the next time you see a picture of an octopus, remember what is going on under the surface. Think about the blue blood pumping through those 3 hearts. Think about the 8 mini brains that are tasting and feeling the world. And remember that they might be watching us just as closely as we are watching them. They are the true owners of the deep sea, and they deserve every bit of our respect. The ocean is a big, mysterious place, but the octopus makes it a lot more interesting. If you want to see more amazing creatures from the deep, click the next video on your screen.